This is the program where you had to write a function that takes the list as a parameter and return true if the list is sorted, in other words, in ascending order, and false otherwise. I wrote this two ways. The first way, the function is called is_sorted. L is a list. First thing I do is I make a copy of the list, call it L1. Then I sort that copy. L1.sort sorts the copy, and I simply return whether the sorted list is the same as the original list. And if it is, the original list is sorted. Otherwise, it isn't sorted. That's a top-down approach. The second way I do it is more of a bottom-up approach, where what I do is, well, first of all, I call it sorted 1, so it has a slightly different name. Compute the length of the list here, and then I have an I loop that goes through. Look inside the loop. I'm using the indices of the loop, and so what I do is I take an element and the element that sits right to the next to it, to the right of it in the list, and I do pairwise comparisons here, and if I ever find going through this loop and making these pairwise comparisons, if I ever find that the element to the right of a particular element is out of order, in other words, the left element is bigger than the right element, I return false, and the function is done. On the other hand, if I can go through the whole I loop and I never find this to be true, it means the list is in order and I return true. So one little detail here is you will see that I don't make the loop go up to length. It goes up to length -1, and that's because I'm doing a pairwise comparison here and I have an I plus 1. So if you didn't do this, you'd get an index out of range error. And you can see I've run the code here with two lists, one L1 that is out of order and L2 which is in order. And now I'm using sorted on L1 and L2, and I'm getting a false and a true, which of course is right. This is not sorted, so it's a false. This is sorted, that it's a true, and it's a true. And then I'm doing the same thing for sorted 1, and you can see they're both giving the correct answer and working identically, although the implementation for each one is slightly different.